Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Before we start, let's have a prayer first, and please lead the prayer.
Let us put ourselves in hope of the God, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your Son, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us to the test, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen.
So please settle down. So, good morning everyone. Let me introduce myself first. I am your English teacher for this subject, and I am Christian Rico. You can call me Sir Rico. So before we start our lesson for today, let me tell you first my classroom rules. And I only have 3 classroom rules for you to follow. So first, always be attentive during our discussions. So this means that you need to listen carefully when I'm discussing something, or so that when your name is called, you can answer the question I am going to ask. Understood?
Yes.
So second rule is raise your hand when you want to ask question. So if you have something to ask or you have questions, so kindly raise your hand so that you would be acknowledged. And lastly, the most important is to maintain cleanliness in our room. And so, can you please pick up the trashes on the floor? Okay, so okay. So thank you everyone. So and now we will be having an energizer. So for today's energizer, I will be grouping you into 2 groups. So this row would be the group 1, and the second row would be the group 2. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So the mechanics for these energizers is that I will be giving you sentences, and then you will identify whether it is a present tense, past tense, or future tense. And then the first group to finish pasting their answers here and got the correct answer, they will have plus 10 for today's class. So understood? Am I clear, everyone?
Yes.
So group 1 and then group 2. So please form a small circle on the one for your So group 1, please stay here. Move a little bit. 1 here. Then group 2, please. So are you all ready?
Yes.
So I will be giving you 5 minutes to answer our energizer. So timer starts now. So can you put your answers? Okay, group 1 finished first. So let's see if their answers is correct. So he is writing a letter. No. So, alright, group 1 got the correct answer. Receive a round of applause. So, they will be having a plus 10 points, and then the group 2 will have a 5 points. So, please go back to your line. Okay, so please go back. Okay, settle down, class. So before we start our discussion, let's have first our lesson objectives. So at the end of the lesson, the students will be able to identify and differentiate between past, present, and future verb sentences. Second is to demonstrate the ability to conjugate regular and irregular verbs in past, present, and future tenses. And lastly is to create sentences, verbs in past, present, and future tenses accurately. So are my objectives clear?
Yes, sir.
So let's start our discussion. So our topic for today is all about verb tenses. So what are the verb tenses? Does anyone know?
Yes.
Okay, so please.
So there are three verb tenses, and these are past tense, present tense, and future tense.
Also, thank you. That's correct. So there are three verb tenses, and these are past tense, present tense, and the future tense. So when we say past tense, so please Oliver read.
Past tense is used to describe actions or events that have already happened and like walk or play. Example, dance at the party last night.
So when we say past tense, this means that the action or the event is already done, which means that the action already happened. So, and these often ends in ed. This is called the regular verbs, which means regular verbs, we add ed to the base form of the word, like such as the word walk, and it becomes walked. So that's implied in past tense, but this ed is not applicable for all base verb. So, and this is called irregular verbs. So when we say irregular verbs, it doesn't follow such rules. We would not add ed to the base form. So an example for this is the word sleep. So the past tense of sleep is slept, which means we would not add ed because there is no such word as sleep. So understand?
Yes, sir.
So can I ask someone to give one example of an irregular verb that it doesn't add ed to the base form? Okay, so please stand.
The word serves hit, and then its past tense will be hit.
So very good. Let's give a round of applause. So Miss Giselle is right. So keep and the past tense is right. And then the next type of verb tenses is the present tense. So can Miss Jamiela please read?
Present tense is used to describe actions or events that are currently happening, habitual actions or general truths. Typically end in S or EX.
Okay, so thank you, Miss. So when we say present tense, it means that the action is still ongoing, or yes, that it's still happening, which means you are still performing or doing the action. And typically it ends in S or ES, which means we will add S or ES to the base form. And then an example for this is that he eats breakfast every morning. So in the word eat, we add S, so this becomes eats. So but when we say habitual actions, this means that the word we need to remember for this is like the word every morning, every night, every day. So and when we say general truths, which means that it states facts. Okay, so Then lastly, we have here the future tense. So, Miss Ashley, please read.
Future tense is used to describe actions or events that will happen in the future. Often preceded by modal verbs like will or shall. For example, she will travel to Paris next month.
So thank you. So when we say future tense, it describes actions or events that will happen in the future, which means that the action is not yet performed. So when we say present tense, the word we need to remember is that it adds will or shall or many more to our base form. So an example for this is that she will travel to the Paris next month, which means that she will travel to Paris next month. So, okay, class, did you understand our lesson?
Yes,
Are there any questions before we proceed to our activity? Okay, for our activity, I have here two activities. Who are the persons who wants to answer the activity individually or by pair? Okay, so individually. So I will first distribute you the So listen here everyone. So the instruction for this activity states here, rewrite each sentences in the past tense, present tense, and future tense. Write your answer in the spaces provided. Am I clear everyone?
yes, sir.
Also, I will give you 15 minutes to answer this activity. Okay, you can start now. answering?
Yes, sir.
Okay, our last 5 minutes. Alright, are you all done?
Yes, sir.
So, when you now collect your papers, so we will check this one tomorrow morning. Understand?
Yes, sir.
And I will give you an assignment. So this would be a group assignment. So I will be giving you a story, and then you will identify the past tense, the present tense, and the future tense. So you are going to underline the past tense, encircle the present tense, and box the future tense. So the same group as earlier. So you will be a group 1 and then group 2 at the back. And so this activity will be connected also tomorrow morning. So are there any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so if there are none, then please stand so that we have our prayer. So please stand.
Glory be to the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
So goodbye everyone.
Goodbye, and may you feel a spirit of
Okay, goodbye.